In Hawke's Bay, we have some of the most beautiful scenery in the world. We also have an astute population who are demanding renewable energy resources. In this case, windmills. The proposed Tipahui wind farm is a case of renewable energy versus eye and sound pollution. Should we blow away Hawke's Bay's beautiful, pristine landscape? Or can we have our cake and eat it too? Our question to the mayoral candidates is whether you support renewable energy and the Tipahui wind farm, and why or why not.
Wind farms are all about weighing up the visual look versus the need to create energy for us as a country and a community. I do support the Tipahui wind farm, but there's people in my own family that don't. So it is a very subjective judgment. However, in New Zealand we have a limited range of renewable energies: wind, tidal or ocean currents, and water. Many of our hydroelectric schemes are at capacity, and they have many competing interests, from recreational fishermen to irrigation, etc. So I do support wind energy, and yes, there is a compromise on our landscape, but I think in the long term we'll either switch off more lights or we'll have to continue to look at other forms of energy.
I support the development of renewable energy sources. It is one of 4 issues that I chose to raise as part of my campaign to become mayor. The rate of technological change is of course very fast, and I believe that the philosophical way that we approach whether that technology is proper or not may be being outstripped. There are 3 different questions that I'd like to raise in terms of assessing projects such as the wind farm. First would be not whether the energy source is renewable, but whether the device to harness that energy can be removed without significant effect. The second question would be, are there any alternatives to the placement, for example, of the turbines? The third question is whether there is a benefit to the whole of Hastings and Hawke's Bay. What I'm trying to demonstrate is that perhaps we need to rethink how we approach advances in technology from a philosophical point of view. Are we asking the right questions? That is, the thing might be ugly, but if it can be removed and no harm done, and there are no realistic alternatives, and overall the people of the Bay would benefit, then on the face of it, the proposal would get my vote. Thank you.
All energy has some impact on the wider community. We saw it with coal in the 19th century, we've seen it with oil in the 20th century, and we're going to see it with renewable energy from this point on. The wind farm and the visual pollution is something that we're going to have to learn to live with. The alternatives such as hydro also have a big impact on the community. I support the wind farm concept. Some details of Tipahui may be open to dispute and debate, but generally it is the way of the future, as is all alternative energy generation.